Our focus on user intent extends to our content as well. So this is where we can get into focusing on what users do we want to reach in our queries and how does that align with their intent? And how should we align our keyword focus? So if I'm trying to sell, as an example, pool room dehumidification systems. So this is like HVAC systems for indoor pools. The temptation would be to go for the dehumidifier keyword, to go for the broadest reach possible. The problem with that keyword is that while it has a dramatically larger amount of search volume, it's broader. It's not perfectly aligned with what I offer. It's also highly competitive, meaning that it's going to be much harder for me to rank for it. Especially if I'm just making my initial investments in SEO, I'm not probably going to be able to rank for something for a company that's been investing against a company that's been investing in it for years and has built out a authoritative base of content. That's when it comes to we call long tail keywords. It's one way of describing it anyway, but really it's just stuff that's further down the specification line as far as where you're reaching your users. So it's just people have figured out that they want specifically an indoor pool dehumidifier, and you offer that. So you focus on the specific keyword that may have lower volume, but you're more likely to rank because it's lower competition, and they're more likely to be relevant to what you specifically offer. So the key here is not to always go for the broad, high volume keyword. In fact, in this case, if I were just getting started, I would prefer to align more of my content with the indoor pool dehumidifier keyword, go for lower volume searches, try and get some initial wins, get some rankings on terms that I'm more likely to rank for, and then help establish that authority from there and send very clear early cues to Google as far as what my site is about and what we offer. That said, those broad keywords still have a place in that content strategy. What they do is they help drive more organic traffic if they're lower competition, but broad reach keywords. Maybe they're not perfectly aligned with getting sales and converting leads, but they might help you generate some good organic traffic because they have higher search volume. So they're still very useful. Getting that profile of organic traffic helps build your search authority. So Google looks at a percentage of traffic that sites use or the amount of traffic that sites bring in from organic search to determine, man, people seem to be really clicking on this a lot. It seems like they must be a really useful resource to users. We should probably drive more rankings to them as a result because people want to see the content they're creating. So that can be one tool to try and reach out to those kind of broader reach keywords, but also focus on the long tail. So it's kind of using both at the same time. But when I'm just getting started, those long tail keywords are absolutely awesome to focus on. They can usually be some quick wins, get some traffic in, and relevant traffic that can help you get some quick conversions as well and make sure that if you have especially a skeptical leadership that may not believe in SEO, it can be beneficial to start driving immediately towards how do we get leads and sales in. And then you focus on that sort of broader profile. But if you can do both at the same time, go for both at the same time.